Right now, somewhere on Earth, a human is crying. Not because they're hurt, not because smoke got in their eyes, but because they felt something. No other animal on the planet does this. Not chimpanzees, not elephants, not dogs. No matter how many videos say otherwise, and for over a century, scientists couldn't explain why. Charles Darwin himself looked at human tears and called them useless, a leftover, a mistake evolution forgot to delete. He was wrong. Somewhere in our ancestors' past, something changed, quietly, biologically, that turned a warning cry into something else entirely. And it's still happening in your own body every single time you cry. Every land animal produces tears. Dogs, cats, even crocodiles. But that's not what we're talking about. Those are basal tears and reflex tears, the kind that protect the eye or flush out a piece of dust. They're plumbing, not emotion. What humans do is different. We produce tears in response to an internal state, grief, joy, awe, even watching a stranger's wedding video. Veterinarians and zookeepers who have spent entire careers around animals have reported again and again. They have never documented a single case of an animal crying from emotion. Not one, in a systematic way. Elephants at a carcass, dogs whining at the door, real grief, real distress, but no tears attached to it. Only one species on this planet cries when it feels something. And that species is you. Here's where it gets strange. If you watch a newborn human, you'll notice something. The baby screams from the first minute of life. Loud, urgent, impossible to ignore. But the tears, they don't show up. Not for weeks. Some infants don't produce visible emotional tears until their second or third month outside the womb. That gap is the clue. It tells us the scream came first, an ancient, primitive alarm system shared with almost every other mammal. The tears came later, layered on top, as a second, quieter signal. And that's the part that only shows up in us. Somewhere in our evolutionary history, the wiring in the brainstem, the part that controls tear production, got connected to the parts of the brain that process deep emotion. Not injury, not irritation, feeling. That connection is not something chimpanzees have. It's not something Neanderthals necessarily needed in the same way. It is, as far as researchers can tell, a uniquely human circuit. So why would evolution bother? A loud scream already tells the tribe, something is wrong. Why add tears on top of it? Because a scream can get you killed. Picture an early human band, exposed, out on the savannah. A scream carries, it travels far, far enough to reach a predator as easily as it reaches your family. But tears? Tears are silent. They can only be read up close by someone already looking at your face. That's not a flaw, that's the entire point. It's a signal built exclusively for the people already near you. Your partner, your child, your group. Researchers who study the evolution of crying describe it as an honest signal of vulnerability, one that's hard to fake, and one that reliably pulls caretaking and support out of the people around you. In small, tightly bonded prehistoric groups, being seen as genuinely in need, without alerting every predator within a mile, could mean the difference between getting help and getting left behind. In other words, the mutation didn't just let you feel something. It let you ask for help without saying a word, and without being heard by anything that wanted to eat you. Here's the part that should really stop you. This isn't ancient history sitting in a museum. This circuit is still fully wired in your brain, right now, exactly as it was in the humans who came before farming, before writing, before fire was fully mastered. Every time you've cried at a movie you knew wasn't real. Every time a song made your throat tighten for no clear reason. Every time you cried from relief instead of pain, that's the same ancient signaling system, doing exactly the job it evolved to do, telling the people around you, silently and instantly, that something in you needs to be seen. You didn't inherit a broken reflex. You inherited a communication tool that helped small groups of humans survive long enough to become all of us. Darwin thought tears were a mistake. It turns out they might be one of the most quietly brilliant survival tools we ever developed, one that no other animal on Earth shares with us. So, next time someone tells you crying is weakness, remember? It's a mutation that helped keep the human species alive. It just never came with an instruction manual. If your body has ever done something that felt strange but turned out to be ancient survival wiring, you're going to want to see the next one. Subscribe, because your body is still running code that's a few 100,000 years old.